Hey everybody, this is Dr. Kyle Fagala with Neon Canvas and the Digital Orthodontist, and I'm back with another workflow, this time for virtual consults in the orthodontic office. And so we find ourselves in the middle of COVID-19, and because of that, we're not able to see patients in our physical locations, and so we've tried to get creative, and one of those ways is by using virtual consultations to see new patients. Granted, seeing a patient in the office would be ideal to be able to get x-rays and high quality photos, but given the circumstances, we feel like this is the best opportunity we have to connect with new and prospective patients. And so I want to walk through the workflow. There is a PDF that you should have received, and if you don't have it, you can reach out to us. We can get it to you, but I'm just going to walk you through this and give you a little bit of feedback behind these points to help you better understand why we're advocating for virtual consults and how you can do it. Of course, you can do it your own way, but this is what we have landed on. So number one, you're going to have your treatment coordinator call the scheduled new patient or the new patient lead. Of course, an admin team member could do this, or clinical team member, or use an orthodontist. You could do this. Number two, you'll gather initial patient and insurance info over the phone. Of course, you can do this via text or email or what have you. Number three, you'll explain the virtual consultation process. This will be new and different to most everyone. It's probably new and different to a lot of you, and myself included. And you're going to get patient approval to move forward, and you're going to confirm, I think this is the way it works best, is confirm the originally scheduled appointment. So don't act like it's canceled or that's rescheduled automatically. Try and work within those confines. You had a 1:20 scheduled, we're going to see you at 1:20 tomorrow, and it's going to be a virtual consultation instead of a physical consultation. Make it sound like it's normal. Of course, if it's a lead, you'll be scheduling a new appointment time that's best for them. You also won't need quite as long for the actual virtual conference, the teleconference, maybe just 10 or 15 minutes, but go ahead and schedule it for 20 so you have time on both sides of that. Then the treatment coordinator would text or email the patient the following. You'll need to send them their initial paperwork with health and dental history. You'll need to send them a video link or a document explaining how to take intraoral and extraoral photos. And alternatively, what Neon Canvas has built out for me is an actual virtual consults page. And so there's an explanation of all this, and there's a form, and so I don't have to go through how to do this every time. I just send them to the website with that simple link, and then they can do the process, and then the photos will go straight to my treatment coordinator. That's probably the cleanest way, but again, this is a process that you can do just with a smartphone if you'd like. And then lastly, you'll want to send a link to the upcoming video conference. I think it's good to go ahead and get that link to them so they know where it's at. We recommend Zoom for this, but you can really do anything. HIPAA regulations have been lifted for right now, so you can use Skype, Facebook Messenger, FaceTime, whatever you want. Number five, in the meantime, you'll want to have your financial coordinator or an administrative coordinator or the treatment coordinator themselves, you want to have them verify the orthodontic insurance benefits so that you have that information. Number six, once the patient responds with paperwork and photos, and if they have any radiographs that they can get from their dentist, that's helpful too, the treatment coordinator will place all this information into the patient's chart. So for us, we use Tops Ortho, it's whatever you use, they'll put it there. Then the treatment coordinator will alert the doctor in a virtual consults channel on Slack. That's what we use. Of course, they could just email, text, or call the doctor and let them know. 8, the doctor will treatment plan the case the best that we can. Of course, we won't have complete records, but you'll be surprised that the photos that come in, a lot of them are really good, and you can see basically what you need to see. And if you can't, it's always okay to let the patient know the limitations and to say, well, from what I can see, I think this is what we'll need to do. But of course, we'll get an x-ray, we'll do a physical exam, in person the next time you come into the office, and then we'll proceed with treatment. The doctor, after treatment planning, he will send a treatment fee, or she will send a treatment fee and estimated treatment duration to the treatment coordinator. The treatment coordinator will then, once he or she has this information, they will start the video conference, and they will send messages and invitations to the patient and the doctor to encourage them to join. The treatment coordinator will begin the video conference, and then in that part of the consultation, it's almost like how it works in the office. They'll describe the office, describe the doctor, answer the initial sort of questions that they go through, walk them through the process, and then once they're ready for the doctor, they'll call the doctor into the chat. Now you can have some variation here. Obviously, here in Tennessee, we're able to still be in the office a little bit, so where it makes sense, we can get behind the same computer or screen as long as we're distant enough from each other. But if we're in different locations, well, we'll just have 3 different devices logging into the same virtual consult on Zoom. Number 10, the doctor will then summarize the patient's treatment findings just like we always do. I try and connect with the patient, ask them how they're doing, make some jokes, get to know them a little bit, and then I'll go over the treatment findings that I have. Of course, again, you want to describe the limitations of a virtual consult, because this is not a replacement for a physical consult, but it is the best we can do if you're not able to go into your office. And you'll indicate the need for the things that will come down the road if there are any other changes. So then the doctor invites questions, just as we always do. Once those are answered and everyone's happy, then I will leave the conference, the doctor will leave the conference, leaving the treatment coordinator to present finances. You can use the screen share option on Zoom to show our, so we use OrthoBank AcceptX Pro. You may use OrthoFi or a bunch of different other options. You can actually share that screen with them so that they can see what you're seeing. And then she or he can follow up afterwards by emailing the true financials and the contract. Okay, so before that though, you would end the teleconference, the video conference, and then the treatment coordinator will just do the follow-up, okay? And so, like I said, there are programs that allow you to complete the contract digitally. I think those are ideal during a time like this, but you can also do this manually. You can scan it in, digitize it using something like DocuSign, and people can sign very easily digitally on a mobile device or on their computer. And so the goal, of course, is to try and schedule them back for a start. And so you can incentivize that in some way. And at the very least, it is a unique way to connect with patients, to get some production during this time, but also to serve the need of patients who have a long to-do list of things and they're stuck at home. And it's a really nice opportunity for both a team that's looking for work and for patients who are looking for something to do and something to sign off the to-do list to get that information that they need. Now, after COVID-19, I do think there will be times where a virtual consult makes some sense. I think it's almost a nice screening tool, and it kind of reminds me of like the traditional two-step consultation process. And so this is the first part. Well, then they'll come back into the physical office and we'll do the next part. I think you'll be surprised at how much patients really appreciate these and how much of the treatment you can really decide and make determinations about. Of course, I advocate for full x-rays and for a thorough review, but I think this is the best option that we have right now. And the first day that we did these, the first patient we saw actually committed to treatment and signed the contract. So I'm not going to guarantee that's going to happen with everyone, but it does work and it has worked for us. Now, if you have any questions about this, I know there's a lot to it. Of course, probably simpler just to follow the PDF, but I thought this would be helpful for teams just to sort of hear it from the horse's mouth what exactly we're doing. If you have any follow-up questions or concerns, please reach out to me, Kyle Fagala, on Facebook or in the Digital Orthodontist Facebook group. Of course, you can reach out to Neon Canvas as well. We'd love to help you get this rolling. And that's all we have for now, so stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you very soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.